Some of you like tea, your Earl Grey, and some of you like hot chocolate. What's that time of year? Some of you in the Northeast, in the Midwest, some of you get some relief soon. We're thinking not this week, but next week we'll actually start getting some temperatures in the evening in the 60s. I don't know how long it's going to hang out for, but we're looking for some relief. We've had highs. It's nonstop here. It is, October 16th today. And it's like expected to be in the 90s. I mean, this is like August. My goodness, it is warm. We could use a little relief. That'll be so nice. Yeah, it's a little weird. I've lived here since 2001, and, I'm from the Northeast, and I really miss the leaves, being able to put that light sweater on and all that kind of stuff, and it's just, there's not too many days. I used to have a sunroof. I used to drive an Acura. And I had a sunroof, and gosh, maybe a week, maybe week and a half out of the whole year that you'd be able to actually put that thing down and drive with ease and just really enjoy it. When I was up in Northern California many years ago, that was cool. I had a sunroof then, and that was nice. Them mornings were nice and crisp, but the humidity is just so much lower. But I was there when they were having the wildfires back there in 2007. And things were really crispy then. And I'm like, what were those mountains like, more green as I remember them? And they were all brown. So, man, California is, they have it rough too. Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House, author, and he's a pundit. He's on television quite often. And he's got this nice article going in Newsmax. Eric Mack put it out. You should check it out. It's it was Sunday, so you'll see it right on Newsmax. But he says, breaking down the state of politics in Washington, turmoil and confusion under President Donald Trump's leadership, former House Speaker Newt Gingrich said draining the swamp has led to the alligators being pretty mad. He says the simplest way to think of it is Donald Trump really is draining the swamp, and the alligators are really unhappy. Gingrich was telling Katz Roundtable on 970 AM in New York. He says Gingrich did admit change can be frustrating, and sometimes people get a little scared, especially the other side of the aisle, which stands to lose ground in Washington. And if you think about it for a second, this guy is actually doing what he said he would do. We're getting conservative judges nominated. We're getting regulations rolled back. We're getting a real fight for a tax cut. And we're getting a much more aggressive pro-American trade policy and pro-American farm policy. Amen. Thank you. Gingrich is a smart guy. Out of all those that were standing up there, actually at the podiums when they were all trying to become president, Newt Gingrich was the smartest guy up there. I mean, Trump had the message, but Gingrich got it. Gingrich understands the swamp. He's been part of the swamp. He's been in the swamp. He's been there for a long time. But he points out some very key issues about the alligators, and I really like how he puts them, is that they have been angry. They have been upset. But what do you do? What do you do with a gator that if you don't want to be eaten, you give it something? And there is a name for that in Washington. Yes, bipartisan. You compromise on particular things. You want this, you give me this. You want this, you get that. There's going to have to be. That's why Donald Trump started working with the Democrats on an issue and on more issues. It was basically a message to the Republicans to say, look, if I can't get this done with you, I'll use the pen, or I'll use Democrats. But there is no doubt about it that the Republican Party is going to really have to sift through what it is that they believe that they are going to be after Donald Trump. If they're going to be anything, they're going to have to step up to the plate and get some stuff done that what this president has ran on, because they're not going to have too much going for them after Donald Trump. Just like the Democrats have nothing really to stand on after Hillary Clinton's horrible loss. And let me do that one more time. It's so fun to do. Horrible loss. Horrible. Terrible. Even Bill Clinton said the book, I said yesterday, he threw the manuscript in the trash. In the trash. How hilarious. Yeah, yesterday we talked about it. We had Ed Klein commenting about the trashing of the manuscript, and I had to laugh hysterically when he was on Fox and Friends actually telling the story. But Ed Klein has been following the Clintons for a long time and very credible.
The tension is that, listen, these two have been in the past not talking, like with the Monica Lewinsky scandal, but I think this time it's more important. And as I say in this new book, All Out War, he went to her a month before the election and said, look, I've done inner polling, my own polling, and it shows that you are losing this election. She said, you're nuts. Everybody tells me I'm winning. He said, you're not polling, number one. They stopped polling. And number two, you haven't spent any time in the Rust Belt states. And she said, you don't understand modern data collection techniques, Bill. You're really out of touch. And basically, she called him an old fool. And she didn't listen to him. And then when she wrote the book, she gave him 2 boxes full of these manuscripts. And he took a red pencil to it and tried to edit the book, and she would have nothing to do with it. And he told her she looked angry and out of touch.
Yeah, that was her. And he threw it in the trash can. So anyways, Bill Clinton, he got politics. She certainly wasn't Bill Clinton. Bill could look in the camera and say, I feel your pain. And you believed him. And people did. And he did something pretty amazing on his second term. He worked with Republicans. And if he has to turn the tables, Donald Trump's going to work with the Democrats. Because remember, Donald Trump's a business guy. He's a business guy. He just wants to get the job done. Now, they're supposed to get together, Mitch McConnell today, supposed to have some kind of meeting in the White House to try to get something done here with tax reform. Will he be able to get the other Republicans on board to get stuff done? Republican senators are not getting the job done, says Trump, and says for those who voted for Donald Trump for this change, we are frustrated. We need this tax break. We need things to happen. Is it going to be the Congress that can? We got the White House. We got the House. We got the Senate. What is going on, America? Come on, Republicans. Get off your butts and get stuff done. Let's do it.
Help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. For the people. For the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
The Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, patriotic as can be, in featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
We are back on the air for the people. I am Keith Allen. So the Chinese, they've been, trying to get into space, and they've been saying for years they're going to go to the moon. Have you heard that? They've been building up their space program, and, they have some contributions above the ISS, but they have their own space station. Did you know that? A lot of people don't know that. But anyways, don't get too comfortable with the Chinese space station, because it's going to crash into Earth in a matter of months. And according to experts, it could kill somebody or anyone standing in its path. 8.5 ton Heavenly Palace satellite is now out of control and is doomed to plunge into the atmosphere. According to a top academic, he has warned. He says, I expect it will come down a few months from now, late 2017, early 2018. Who am I talking about? Jonathan McDowell. And who is Jonathan McDowell? He's a Harvard University astrophysicist. Okay, so the guy kind of knows what he's talking about. He previously warned that there was no way of telling exactly where the space station was going to plunge to the Earth. Well, that just gives me the warm fuzzies. He has no idea. He says, you can't steer these things, he said last year. He says, even a couple of days before it re-enters, well, he says, we probably won't know better than 6 or 7 hours, plus or minus, when it's going to come down. The station will reduce significantly, though, in size, folks. Don't be too worried as the Earth's atmosphere burns it up. However, and we're being warned here, large